The notification popped up on my phone at 8:47 p.m. Ring alert, motion detected at front door. I was standing in Brad Henderson's backyard, holding a beer I wasn't drinking, watching my wife laugh a little too loud at his jokes. We'd been at this neighborhood BBQ for 2 hours. Burgers, small talk, the usual suburban Saturday night. Then Brad said something about showing Melissa his new home theater setup. "You've got to see this, Mel. The sound system alone cost more than most people's cars." She giggled. "I'd love to see it." They walked toward his back door, into his house, together. I stood there like an idiot, pretending to care about Tom's story about his lawnmower. That's when my phone buzzed. I looked down at the screen. The ring notification wasn't from my house. It was from Brad's. See, here's the thing nobody knew. 6 months ago, Brad asked me to help him set up his new security system. I'm in IT. He's useless with technology. I installed the cameras, synced them to the app, and because he never changed the default settings, I still had access. I opened the app. Live feed from his front door camera loaded, but the motion wasn't at the front door. It was the interior camera, the one in his hallway, the one pointing directly at his bedroom door. I watched my wife follow Brad down that hallway, watched him open the door, watched her walk inside. The door closed. My hand tightened around my phone until I heard the case crack. Tom was still talking, so I told him you can't use regular gas in a 2-stroke engine. I wasn't listening. I was watching the timestamp tick forward. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5. Then I did something I'd been preparing for longer than I want to admit. I opened my texts, found the group chat I'd created 3 days ago. The evidence, 14 members, every husband in this neighborhood, every wife, Brad's boss, his ex-wife. I attached the live camera feed, typed one sentence, "Brad's bedroom, right now, watch," and hit send. 30 seconds later, phones started buzzing all over the backyard. If you want to know what happened when 14 people opened that link at the same time, hit subscribe, because what came next burned more than the burgers on Brad's grill. My name is Jason Mitchell. I'm 39 years old, and I've lived in Riverside Estates for 7 years. It's one of those planned communities outside Charlotte, North Carolina. Cookie-cutter houses, HOA rules, neighbors who wave from their driveways and know your kids' names. The American dream, right? I'm a network security analyst. I work from home 3 days a week, which means I see things most husbands don't. Like the landscaping truck that parks outside Brad Henderson's house every Tuesday at 10 a.m. when his wife's at yoga. Or the way my wife, Melissa, started running errands that took 3 hours and came back with nothing but a coffee cup. Or how Brad Henderson, Mr. Neighborhood Watch, Mr. 4th of July Block Party, Mr. Let me help you with that neighbor, looked at my wife like she was dessert and he skipped lunch. I'm not the jealous type, never have been, but I'm observant. And over the last 6 months, I'd observed enough to know something was wrong. I just needed proof. Brad Henderson moved in 4 years ago, right after his divorce. Mid-40s, decent shape, drove a Tesla, worked in pharmaceutical sales. The kind of guy who always has the newest gadgets, throws the best parties, and makes sure everyone knows how well he's doing. He hosted the neighborhood BBQs, organized the holiday light competition, ran the HOA Facebook group. Everyone loved Brad, especially the wives. He had this way of making women feel seen. He'd remember details, ask follow-up questions, compliment them on things their husbands stopped noticing years ago. "Melissa, is that a new haircut? It looks amazing. I love that color on you. You're way too smart to be stuck in that job." I watched him work, watched him lean in just a little too close, watched him touch arms, shoulders, the small of backs, and I watched my wife eat it up. Melissa and I met in college, married at 26, 2 kids, Emma, 9, and Lucas, 6. For years, we were solid, good team. We split responsibilities, supported each other's careers, had the kind of marriage people envied. Then something shifted. She started working out more. New clothes, new perfume. "I just want to feel good about myself," she said when I noticed. Fair enough. Then came the phone. Always face down, always on silent. It's just work stuff. You know how crazy it gets. She worked in marketing. Sure, it got busy, but not texting at midnight busy. Not smiling at your phone in the dark busy. I didn't want to be that husband, the paranoid one, the one who checks phones and demands passwords. So I didn't. I just watched and waited. The first real red flag came 3 months ago. Brad was having issues with his home network, asked if I could take a look. "Man, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Wi-Fi keeps dropping. It's driving me crazy." I went over on a Saturday morning. Melissa was at a spin class. Brad's house was immaculate, too clean for a single guy, like he was expecting company. I fixed his network in 20 minutes, simple interference issue. "While I'm here," Brad said, "could you help me set up these Ring cameras? I bought them after that break-in on Maple Street." Sure. He had 4 cameras, front door, back door, garage, and I want one inside, too, in the hallway, just in case someone gets in. "You want an interior camera?" "Yeah." "Is that weird?" "No, lots of people do it. Just make sure you're not pointing it anywhere private." He laughed. "Don't worry, just the hallway." I installed it, mounted it on the wall opposite his bedroom. Perfect view of his bedroom door. When I synced it to his phone, I used his email, standard setup. But here's the thing about Ring cameras. If you're the installer, the app asks if you want to add the location to your account too, for testing purposes. I clicked yes, figured I'd remove it later. I didn't. 2 weeks after that, Melissa started mentioning Brad more. Brad recommended this great restaurant. Brad said we should check out that new hiking trail. Brad thinks we should upgrade our grill. Brad. I started paying attention. She'd check her phone, smile, type something, set it down. "Who's that?" I'd ask. "Just the group chat." We had a neighborhood group chat. I was in it too. It wasn't active at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. One night, I couldn't sleep. Melissa was next to me, phone on her nightstand, face down as always. I waited until her breathing evened out. Then I picked it up. Face ID didn't work. She'd changed it so the phone had to be held at a specific angle. But I knew her passcode, her mom's birthday. She'd never changed it. I unlocked the phone, opened messages, scrolled past the group chats, the mom friends, the work threads. Then I saw it. A thread with no name, just a phone number. I opened it. "Tonight was amazing. I can't stop thinking about you. When can I see you again?" I scrolled up. Weeks of messages. Months. Plans. Meetups. Details that made my stomach turn. And then a photo. Not explicit, just intimate. Her in our bedroom, wearing something I'd never seen. Caption, "Wish you were here." I set the phone down, walked to the bathroom, stared at myself in the mirror, and made a decision. I didn't confront her. I didn't yell, didn't accuse, didn't ask for an explanation. I just started documenting. Screenshots, timestamps, patterns. I noted every errand that took too long, every girls' night that didn't match up with her friends' social media. I checked our cell phone records, saw the number she was texting, ran it through a reverse lookup. Brad Henderson, of course. I could have confronted them, could have blown it all up right then, but I didn't, because I'm not impulsive. I'm methodical. And I wanted to make sure when this fell apart, it fell apart completely. I started checking the Ring camera feeds, at first just out of curiosity, to see if I was crazy. I wasn't. 3 weeks after I installed the cameras, I caught them. It was a Tuesday. I was at work, really just in my home office upstairs. Melissa said she was going to Target. I opened the Ring app. Front door camera, Melissa walking up to his door. She didn't knock, just walked in. Interior hallway camera, her following him down the hall, into his bedroom. Door closed. She came out 2 hours later. I saved the footage, and I started planning.
Over the next 3 months, I collected everything. Video footage, text records, a pattern so clear a blind man could see it. But I didn't just collect evidence of the affair. I collected information about Brad. His job, his boss, his ex-wife, who it turned out he'd cheated on too. His standing in the neighborhood, his reputation. I learned that Brad's boss was a woman named Patricia Vance. Strict, no nonsense, zero tolerance for moral character issues. I learned that his ex-wife, Denise, lived 2 towns over and still had friends in Riverside Estates. I learned that half the neighborhood was already suspicious of Brad. Rumors about him and other wives. Nothing confirmed, just whispers. I wasn't just going to expose an affair. I was going to dismantle a man's entire life. Methodically, completely. The way you'd tear down a building, one support beam at a time. The BBQ was Brad's idea. End of summer blowout, he called it. Everyone's invited. Bring the kids, bring a side dish, I'll handle the meat. Melissa was excited. We should go, it'll be fun. I agreed, because I knew this was my moment. The night before the BBQ, I created a group text. I added every husband in the neighborhood, every wife, Brad's boss. I got her number from his work directory. His ex-wife, I got hers from a mutual friend. 14 people total. I named the group The Evidence, but I didn't send anything. Not yet. I just had it ready. The BBQ started at 6 p.m. We showed up at 6:30. Melissa wore a sundress I'd never seen before. Is that new? I asked. I've had it forever, she lied. Brad greeted us at the gate. Jason, Melissa, glad you could make it. He shook my hand, hugged my wife a little too long. I smiled. Wouldn't miss it. The backyard was full. Neighbors, kids, music playing from outdoor speakers. Brad worked the grill like a TV host, flipping burgers, telling jokes, making sure everyone had a drink. I grabbed a beer, didn't drink it, just watched. At 8:30, Brad made his move. Hey, Melissa, you've got to see the home theater I just installed. The sound system is insane. She lit up. Oh my God, yes, I've been dying to see it. He looked at me. You coming, Jason? Nah, I said. I've seen enough home theaters. You two go ahead. He grinned. Suit yourself. They walked toward the house. I watched them go inside, watched the back door close. Then I pulled out my phone, opened the Ring app, and waited. The notification came at 8:47 p.m. Ring alert, motion detected. I opened the app, interior hallway camera. There they were, Brad leading Melissa down the hall, laughing, touching her lower back. He opened his bedroom door. She walked in, door closed. I took a breath, opened the group text I'd created, attached the live camera link, typed Brad's bedroom, right now, watch. My thumb hovered over the send button. 1 second, 2. Then I pressed it. The first phone buzzed 6 seconds later. Tom, standing 10 feet away, pulled out his phone, looked at the screen. His face changed. Then Linda's phone, then Steve's, then Rachel's. One by one, phones started lighting up all over the backyard. People stopped talking, stopped eating. They opened the link, and they watched. I saw it on their faces. Confusion, shock, disgust. Tom looked at me. Jason, is this? Live feed, I said calmly, from Brad's Ring camera. More phones buzzed. More people opened the link. The backyard went silent, except for the music still playing from the speakers. Someone turned it off. 14 people, all watching the same feed, all seeing Brad Henderson's bedroom door, all knowing what was happening behind it. Patricia Vance, Brad's boss, was the first to speak. Is this real? Check the timestamp, I said. She looked at her phone, looked at Brad's house, looked back at her phone. Jesus Christ! Denise, Brad's ex-wife, was next. I fucking knew it. She started walking toward the house. Tom grabbed her arm. Denise, wait! Wait for what?
She yanked free. "I want to see his face." She marched across the yard. Others followed. Not everyone. Some people just stood there, frozen. But enough. Enough to make it count. I stayed where I was, sipped my beer, first real sip all night, watched the crowd gather at Brad's back door, watched Denise pound on it. "Brad, open the door!" Nothing. She pounded again. "I know you're in there!" The door opened. Brad stood there, shirt untucked, face flushed. What the hell? He saw the crowd, saw their faces, saw their phones. What's going on? Patricia stepped forward. "Brad, I'm looking at a live feed from your bedroom camera right now." His face went white. "What?" "Your Ring camera, the one in your hallway." That's not... "It's time-stamped, it's live, and you're not alone in there." Brad's mouth opened, closed. Behind him, Melissa appeared, hair messed up, dress wrinkled. She saw me. Our eyes met, and in that moment she knew. The backyard erupted, voices overlapping, accusations flying. "You son of a bitch! How long has this been going on? My wife was in there last month." That last one came from Steve. Everyone turned. Steve's face was red. "Rachel, you told me you were helping him pick out furniture." Rachel's face crumbled. "Steve, were you?" Silence. "Were you?" She started crying. And just like that, it wasn't just about Melissa and Brad anymore. Patricia pulled out her phone. "Brad, you're done. I'm calling HR right now." "Patricia, wait!" "No, this is a moral character issue. You're representing our company. This," she gestured at the chaos, "this is unacceptable." Denise was in his face. "You did this to me. You cheated on me, made me feel crazy, and now you're doing it to them?" Brad tried to back up. "Denise, that was years ago. And you haven't changed. You're still the same piece of shit." More people were shouting now. The neighbors who'd always suspected, the husbands who'd trusted him, the wives who'd defended him, all of it coming apart at once. Melissa pushed through the crowd, came straight to me. "Jason," I held up a hand. "Don't. Please let me explain." "Explain what? Explain how you've been fucking our neighbor for 6 months? Explain how you lied to my face? Explain how you walked into his house tonight knowing exactly what you were doing?" Her eyes filled with tears. "I made a mistake." "No," I interrupted. "A mistake is forgetting to pick up milk. This was a choice, over and over and over." "Jason, please." "I'm done." I turned and walked away. Behind me, the chaos continued, but I was already gone. I drove home, packed a bag, called my lawyer. "It's Jason Mitchell. I need to file for divorce. Tonight." "It's Jason. It's Saturday." "I don't care. I have evidence, video, texts, timestamps. I need papers drawn up before Monday." He sighed. "I'll make some calls." I hung up, sat in my car in my own driveway, and for the first time in 6 months, I felt something other than anger. I felt free. By Monday morning, the neighborhood was a war zone. 3 marriages were filing for divorce. Mine, Steve and Rachel's, and Tom and Linda's. Turned out, Brad had been busy. Brad was fired. Patricia made it official Sunday night. Moral turpitude clause in his contract. His house went up for sale by Wednesday. The HOA Facebook group exploded. People taking sides, sharing stories, airing grievances that went back years. Riverside Estates would never be the same. And I didn't care. Melissa tried to come home that night. I'd changed the locks. She stood on the porch, crying, begging me to let her in. I opened the door, handed her a suitcase. "Your stuff. There's a hotel on Route 7. "Jason, please, we can fix this." "No," I said, "we can't." "What about the kids?" "They're at my parents'. They'll stay there until we figure out custody." "You can't just take them." "I didn't take them. I protected them from having to see their mother destroy their family." She flinched like I'd hit her. "I loved you," I said quietly. "I would have done anything for you." I know, but you chose him. You chose this, so now you live with it. I closed the door, and I didn't open it again. The divorce took 4 months. My lawyer was efficient. The evidence was overwhelming. Melissa tried to fight for the house, for custody, for alimony. She got none of it. The judge took one look at the video evidence, the text records, the timeline, and awarded me primary custody, the house, and 0 alimony. Mrs. Mitchell, you made choices that directly harmed your family. This court will not reward that behavior. She walked out of the courtroom with nothing but her car and her shame. Brad moved 3 towns over. Last I heard, he's selling insurance and living in a 1-bedroom apartment. His ex-wife posted the ring footage on Facebook. It went viral locally. He's a pariah now. Can't show his face anywhere without people recognizing him. Good. As for me, I'm still in the house, still in Riverside Estates. The neighborhood's quieter now. People wave, but they don't stop to chat. Everyone knows what happened. Everyone has an opinion. I don't care. My kids are safe. My life is mine again. And every time I see a Ring camera, I smile. Because sometimes the best revenge isn't loud. It's live streamed. If this story hit home, comment, I see everything. If you've ever been betrayed, if you've ever had to choose between your pride and your peace, if you've ever waited for the perfect moment to let the truth speak for itself, this one's for you. Hit subscribe for more stories about the quiet power of patience, because the best revenge isn't loud, it's live streamed.